I'm at Jurby Church for an exhibition that is really amazing, and I'm so glad we got the tip-off to come up and have a look at it. With me is Sue, who's the church warden here, who's agreed to talk about it, because the actual person who's actually made it, this is Jean Tucker.
Jean is my friend, very dear friend, very clever, very talented lady.
She's a bit camera shy as well, isn't she?
Very camera shy.
Well, we're looking at just some of the items now, and basically it involves mice. And it's a story that's told around the church. Please tell us about it.
Well, we were trying to think of what to do. We did a flower festival with a difference last year, which was very successful. And we decided we would do one this year. And we talked about fairies. And then we had mice in the vestry. And that sparked an idea. And then Jean suddenly came up with, let's do the ferret family. And I said, ferret? And she said, that's Manx for Patrick. So it is the ferret family, and it is there's 12 designs, one for every month of the year, of what the family get up to. And it's all done on a budget of nothing.
And Jean's been made this in her own flat, did she?
She made this in her flat.
But you've helped out, I know that.
Yes, yeah, made it in a flat. She's done a little booklet to go with it, and on the back of the booklet is a song, the Jurby polka. Jurby school children are coming up on Tuesday afternoon at 1:45 to sing it. We have the Regal Singers on Friday night, Friday the 13th. They start at 7:30, and they also are going to sing the song as well.
Okay, well, more in just a moment. We're going to join Michael Starkey now, who's here. We interviewed him last week, of course, about his exhibition in Ramsey. But Michael's really passionate about some of these. So he's picked out 4 of the different scenes, and let's have a look round now with him.
Well, here we are with this first part of the show, and this just tells you the story about January. But what really amazes me is the detail on some of this work. I love the idea of the snow and the sledges and the way that each face has got something different about it. But the costumes and the lanterns are quite extraordinary. And even if you class them as pieces of art, they are some of the amazing work that I've ever seen. But this just tells the story of the start of the year when the snow was out. Well, on this one here, this shows you May, carnival time. And then when I first came in to look at this, I didn't know where to start really, but it's just wonderful. The atmosphere in there with the maypole, them dancing around. And then when you look into something like that, they got hoopla stalls. Now all this has come from recycled, like Sue said. And then there's the coconut shy over there. There's a little wigwam here. And then when I came round here the other day, I just noticed this fabulous Indian brave with the headdress on. And here you have somebody here playing croquet as well. But there's just so much to see even on this one bit. But what amazes me is the amount of work that's just gone into the one piece. And you can stand here and look at it for hours. And I think what I like about it, it brings out the children in all of us really, which is not a bad thing. Now, in the pulpit which we've used just for this, shows you the Whitestone mine. And here we have the group of them on it says, I'll read the poem out. It says, the mouse miners too have such long hours to work, as quarters a favourite for homes at the kirk. And look at the amount of work that's gone into all these little stones, which have been glued together, and there's little fir trees. But the amount of work in this one little one is just amazing. Here we are, which is very topical for this time of year as well, is the Tynwald Day Ball. And then there's just so much going on in amongst this one. And then I came up and I thought, wait a minute, what's this? And here we have all these little strawberries all ready for everybody to eat. But they've all been made. Each strawberry's been just made. And then the back there is the band playing. And here we have a group of dancers. And just the amount of work that's gone into the costumes, never mind them being made. But the strawberries are the most fascinating piece. So I urge people just to come up and see for themselves this extraordinary work.
As always, very passionate is Michael. I love his thought, and he's so keen on this. Back to the exhibition, though. People obviously can come and see it this week, is it?
It's this week. It's we're on now until the Friday the 13th. 10 till, I'll say loosely 4 o'clock, because we do have people come in at about 5 to 4 and say, are we too late? Well, we're so desperate for funds for the church, we've got to keep it open, because we were threatened with closure last year. That I don't mind. If people come in at 5 to 4, 10 past 4, you know, I'm quite prepared to make them a cup of tea, cup of coffee, so they can have a look round, because it is for the church. And we're also trying to save a window as well. So we've got to raise funds for that desperately. We've got less than 5 years life, and it's a very rare, unique window. Mr. Alan Moston, who was doing the repairs, said in 96-97 he would charge £8,000 for the repairs. It is starting to slip and the lead is starting to crumble. Well, we've less than 5 years life now, but we'll need to raise £10,000 altogether, because the £8,000 is what he said in 96-97, and is kept at that price despite the cost of everything going up, which is very good of him. And the other 2,000, of course, we've got to have scaffolding, and the window will have to be repaired and repainted, and then of course it will have to be put back in, so we'll need scaffolding again. And I would hate the thought that one day we will come in and just find this window had just literally slipped to the floor, because if we did, that would be the end of it, because there is not another one like it anywhere at all. But we do, we've got to save this church. I can't bear the thought of it closing at all.
Well, I mean, you also very sadly made the news for all the wrong reasons the other week about a break-in. Now, we can't really talk about that because it's down in front of the courts. Right. But I mean, that was the last thing you needed, wasn't it? I mean,
it was the last thing we needed. It really was. The police, fortunately, have got the chalice back. Unfortunately, they haven't got the silver collection plates back at the moment.
So if anyone knows anything about it, do get in touch with the police.
Please do.
Okay, in the meantime, at the moment, do come up here and see this exhibition, and it's all helping church funds, I presume, is it?
It is all for church funds. All of it is for church funds. Yes, thank you.